Actually, I'm plugging in the back.
All right.
Make sure
We got the speaker plugged in this time, so.
Make sure it's charging. It is. Let's put it there.
All right.
Which one's the video? That one, the Nikon, or this one?
The video is going to be from this camera here that's streaming on Twitch, and then this is just basically, the Nikon's going to be just a better quality video, so that if they're, because sometimes a live stream, it just gets pixelated and doesn't look very good. So, all right, so we're starting on Twitch, and we're going to be going live on Instagram pretty soon, and of course we have a recording going with the Nikon. So, is it ready?
It's ready. It's just super narrow.
Yeah.
So
that's kind of how it goes. Well, if I'm off camera for that one, it's going on your channel anyway, right? So,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'll go live now. And then I'm just gonna put a message. What do you want to call this?
I'm just calling it episode 4, but I don't know. You can call it something else, I suppose, if you wanted to.
Pro players, mind your own hand.
Live from
3,600 days, 6,000 big line Eddie. We'll be covering up all the black and blue chips at this break, so please have one person blue chips over the next 15 minutes when you run down the hand.
That stands a little quirky, but
What up? That's good enough.
all right, so we are live on the Poker Channel Instagram site. I'm not sure how good the audio is, just because it is operating off the phone. We do have a little bit better audio on Twitch, so if you have trouble hearing us, try twitch.tv/AceInTheWindow1. That may help you out if you're having trouble with the audio. And of course, we'll have clips on YouTube later after the airing of the broadcast next week sometime.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
this Instagram, guys, what's up? That's Poker Traveler. That's Ace in the Window. That's YouTube.
Hello,
So
all
we're
of them.
saying hi to everybody.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining, guys. Oh yeah, I love the hat too. If you want, put some questions here in the Instagram feed, and we'll try to answer them when we have time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yep, we'll have time to do those kinds of things. So please feel free to ask questions, and we'll take a look at those. So, you know, our last episode 3 was during the mug event last week.
Yep.
And it was just before the mug tournament happened. So figured we want to give a little time to talk about the tournament, talk about how that went. I mean, I did not do well. I busted out very early. So how did you do? You did much better than I did.
I went deep in the tournament, but I didn't cash. How many people cashed? 15?
I don't remember.
20?
Something like that. Yeah.
I made final
12%,
three tables.
Yeah.
And then I just ran into a hand where it took half my stack, and then I had to get it all in. It was pretty funny because I'd been talking to Johnny Vibes and Andrew the whole time, and we busted in 3 consecutive hands.
Oh, wow.
I busted, then Andrew busted the next hand, and Johnny busted the next hand after that.
That's
So
pretty
then we all
crazy.
went to the cash games, and we played together.
Yeah.
We played some PLO with Andrew.
Unlike the day before, we just had the 1-2 cash games going, but if you're not familiar with the cash games at Rounders, they are particularly deep most of the time, 1-2 cash games. And I actually asked Andrew about that, and he said, yeah, he noticed that it was much deeper than normal and played more like a 5-5 than a 1-2. So
the exact words from Andrew were, I didn't think you can make a living playing a 1-2 game, but I hadn't played in Texas.
I hadn't played here
so
yet.
I just want to say real quick, what's up to all the guys that joined? Asusa, Stackham, Finnego, CC, Big Cruz, Boogeyman, Ed, Ray, Reagan's dad, Cliff, Secret Agent Orange, my buddy Jason, Poker, Vanessa Swisher, and look, a new viewer.
Why is he holding the ace?
Why is he holding the ace?
Very astute, very astute. We actually covered that in a previous episode.
It's wrong.
I'll tell you again. It's artistic expression.
It's wrong.
Best that we can
Good
tell.
catch.
Artistic expression.
Good catch, Reagan's dad.
In the movie, it is the ace of diamonds. You're correct.
Cool.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us.
Sharp eye, sharp eye. Two regulars that play here pretty often that we're both pretty familiar with.
Yes.
Mike Taylor and AI.
Yes.
They ended up the last two in the tournament, and they worked out some kind of deal.
Chopped the tournament.
Chopped those last two places. So congratulations to them. They did a great job.
Yeah.
They had a fun tournament, and it was a good time for everyone. So,
it was fun. Yeah. I was happy that I made money at Omaha.
Yeah.
And I don't play a lot of Omaha.
Yeah.
So I was super happy I think I won like $1,200.
So that was exciting. That was the conclusion of the mug event of the week, both days. We talked about the cash game days of the mug, the last one. If you guys want to go back and watch that clips of that on YouTube.
Okay.
Anything else you want to talk about on the mug before we move on from that?
No, just in general, everybody had fun at the mug. I actually posted, if you guys are on Instagram, you'll probably see, I made a comment. I might have made it on Twitter. And I said, you know how there's pros that follow the circuit event?
Right.
What if you became a pro and just followed the
mug event?
The meetup game?
What a deal.
Yeah. Like, if you can make
a bad deal, right?
Some of these players, most players that are playing the mug events are more social players that just love the game. They're not grinders typically.
And a lot of times they're taking their one and only shot at a 5-5.
They're taking their one and only shot at a 5-5 game. They're stepping up in stakes and they want to make the vlogs. The games are pretty wild. So I might just have to follow Andrew, Brad, Johnny Vibes, everybody just around the country playing these games.
Good deal. Well,
what's up, Two Johns? What's up, Juan? What's up, Chris? There's a question. Who's winning the NCAA tournament?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Unless Texas A&M is in the tournament, I don't even pay attention.
Here, we're gonna ask the cage guy. He probably has better NCAA knowledge. Hey, Doug.
Hey, Hammer.
Who's winning the NCAA tournament? Who's your favorite to win the NCAA tournament? Duke. They barely won today. Duke.
That sounds good to me.
He says Duke.
I think they're
completely wrong.
So
completely wrong.
Who knows? It could happen.
Virginia, North Carolina, an ACC team will win the tournament.
ACC team.
That seems reasonable.
Bet every single ACC team that are still in.
Yep, there's like 4 left.
Come to the MGM National Harbor. You ever play in DC?
I have, yeah. I was there about 18 months ago. It's a great room. It's a very good sized room, and they have a lot of action going on there. I played a 75-150 mixed game. That was and they also had big bet games where they had a 40 big blind cap.
Hey, look who just joined.
Like
Ledez Maker joined. Do you know who that is? That's Isai. And Isai shot
the Rounders.
The tournament
trophy.
And
this one earlier.
A couple hours ago. Yeah.
Good deal.
So there was another big tournament going on today. There was a 125K guarantee, $350 buy-in here at Rounders that had how many four starting fights? Or I guess 4-day one.
6-day one.
6-day one. Right. There was, 350 players, 108 rebuys, and first place was 33K?
Yeah, I think it was 33.
33K? They got to the final table and they made a deal at four-handed. One guy took 25K and 3 other people took 18. But that is
not a bad deal at all.
18 grand, 25 grand from a $350 buy-in. Yeah. San Antonio Rounders.
Yep, and a good structured tournament too. I mean, half-hour levels.
Start with 40,000 chips.
40,000 chips, and you start at 100, 100, and you creep up 100, 200, and they put in a lot of levels that we take out of the rest of the tournaments, like 700, 1,400. Those are gone from all the rest of our tournaments.
So go follow the Des Maker. He posts a lot about playing in different places all around the U.S. Some in Mexico too. M9, what's up? Scotty, what's up, dude? How you doing? Scotty in Houston. Good question from Cynical Hard. Do you ever feel bad stacking someone that is already fortified by and deep?
Well, that kind of goes to the question of, do you ever feel bad stacking someone at all? I don't know. At some point, you kind of start feeling bad for them, but do I really feel bad about it? I mean, that's part of the game, right?
I only play because I'm not playing big. Like we're not playing really big. We're playing 1, 2, 2, 5, and 5, 10. Mike plays some bigger limit games, but over here I'm not really playing for a living. I say I'm playing to crush people's dreams. For them to go home upset, have to lie to their wives about what happened or how they got sucked out on. Yeah. So, finna go hard, not sad at all.
Yeah. So you ask, is that a Poker Bros hat? All right, let me just pass it around so it's easier to see.
Not a Poker Bros hat.
Close. All right, this is Make Poker Limit again. So their hat, of course, is Make Poker Great Again. So it's similar, but it's different.
And this, Scotty, is not
at all.
It's not a Poker Bros hat.
I don't think the Poker Bros would be wearing the San Antonio gear.
I have to represent hometown here.
Yeah. They're going to be more LA team.
What's up? What's up, Jeff? Daniel, how y'all doing? So in case you guys just joined, don't know what it is, this is like a weekly kind of thing that me and Mike do called Ace in the Window, where we broadcast here from Rounders, talk about things that happened in the news of poker, locally, nationally, and just maybe answer questions from anybody that joined.
Sure, of course. Yeah. One of the topics we were going to get to was, and this was interesting, Matt Savage, who is a tournament director,
yes.
He sent out a tweet about a proposal for a possible TDA guideline change. Well, it's now a guideline, but possibly codifying it to a rule at the rule symposium going on this summer. And this one is specifically, and if you're on Twitch, you can see the clip up. Instagram, you just have to kind of follow what we're saying. That he is proposing the possibility of having a rule where you have to keep your chips in stacks of 20.
Oh,
countable
wow.
stacks of 20. Right now it's a guideline to keep them in stacks of 20, and the rule is that it has to be countable, easily countable.
I like it.
For me, I don't know. I play in a lot of tournaments where I don't have a lot of chips, where I have between like 15 and 40 chips, so I really don't. Stacks of 20 is kind of like, what's the point here?
I guess he's basically saying if you have anything that's a denomination that you have more than 20 of, that should be in a second part.
I can certainly understand that, and that's probably reasonable. So, I like it. To the idea.
I like it. I just think that I think it's going to kill some time if they keep on saying, "Sir, you have to stack your chips." Right. Sir, you have to stack your chips.
Rule enforcement thing.
Rule enforcement's a big deal. I think it's all about when they enforce the rule. If they enforce it because someone has, messy stacks or stacks of like 15 or 5, then I think it makes sense. But I don't know.
Yeah, I sometimes will do 5 or 10 when I have only 10 or 15 of a certain thing. I'll do like 5 or something like that, rather than stack them all up together, just because it's easier to see that way, easier for me to count out, that kind of thing. But
shout out to Daniel, shout out to Two John, shout out to Mike, shout out to El Ray, and Ernew. Yeah. And they ask what the rake is around us. There's
exactly. There is no rate.
Zero rate. There's a membership fee.
Yes.
To play here.
Time fee.
And there's a time fee for your seat charge.
But there's nothing taken out of gameplay off the table.
All the money stays on the table.
Yeah, all the money stays on the table. So you buy in for 100, that 100 stays on the table until someone who won it in hand leaves.
I get it. What else we got?
All right, so another one I had was, do you follow this vlogger, LO8 Grinder?
I do not.
All right, so this guy.
He has 119 vlogs?
Yes.
I don't know who this guy is.
Series. Now, we've tried videos in the past.
All right, so today, this is video number 6
on the replay
of our intro to Omaha High-Low series.
This guy, if you don't follow him and you're into Omaha at all, especially if you're into Limit Omaha, he's a great
basically, scooping is
But he just did it like an introduction to Omaha series. So if you're not familiar with Omaha, if you're not sure you're very good at Omaha or anything like that, or you're not sure even how to play Omaha, especially if you're like confused of what a low is, all kinds of things like that. His video series with an introduction can definitely help you out. Now I don't know what it's doing, but he had videos. I watched them just explaining the low, which low and how to
Scoping is
figure out
actually
low,
the
but
main
he
goal.
went through a great explaining how it works, talking about
any game,
examples and things like that. So you get a pretty good idea of how that's going to work. And then he talked about this latest video that I was showing here he was talking about how to scoop in Omaha. And basically the things you're looking for to get a scoop in hand.
All right.
So
splitting is just
if you want
what happens. Try to go for the scoop, but you didn't get there. All right.
LO8
So scooping is your main
Grinder
goal.
on YouTube, and he's
So
a really good
there's actually
if you want
three,
to Omaha
as far as I know, three ways for you to.
Game. So even if you want to play it at the pot limit level, he'll teach you the basics of how Omaha even works. So if that's something you're interested in learning more about,
is the LO8 Grinder on Instagram?
LO8 Grinder. Yes, he's also on Instagram.
LO8 Grinder. You're probably not seeing this, but if you see it, holler at us.
Now, we previously talked about the World Series of Poker schedule, the Grand Poker Series, the Golden Nugget, and this week, the Venetian released their summer series. And their summer series is a long series. It runs all the way from the May 13th all the way to, I'll scroll all the way down, but it's after the series. So it goes a little bit before the World Series starts, and it goes a little bit after the World Series starts. And, it is mostly deep stack, no limit hold'em. That's kind of their specialized area of interest.
I love it.
Which is great.
I think the rake's a little deep though, right?
The rake's a little much, but their structure is very good. If you like a decently structured tournament.
In the comments, guys, thumbs up if you like Venetian tournament.
Players, you're on
thumbs down if you don't like Venetian tournament. I want to know. I want to know.
Now they do have, if like me, you like kind of some of the mixed games, they are having a couple of PLO tournaments, a couple of Big O tournaments.
Okay.
They are having a Limit Omaha 8 or better on a couple of different days.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of scrolling through real quick.
So everything
here.
looks like it ranges from 4 to 1100, 400 to 1100.
That's about right. Yep. I believe the ones I bought in for before were at the $500 level.
Okay.
Pretty decent tournaments.
It's good. Shouldn't go hard.
And they basically have like 2 a day, pretty much every day, sometimes 3 a day, at least starting time. It's like a noon, a 2, and a 6, noon, 2, 6 kind of time frame. And then, of course, restarts. But a lot of them are really deep stack or monster stacks or things like that. So they're
mostly all like what, 2-day tournaments?
They're mostly 2-day tournaments. Some of them are single-day tournaments.
Okay.
Although most of them are set to be 2-day tournaments, so you don't have to commit a huge amount of time to play them.
I'll probably play a couple when I'm in Vegas.
So absolutely, it's certainly a good series to check out in addition to whatever else you might be doing in Vegas when you're there.
Most of my tournaments, most of my gameplay in Vegas will be cash games, but I'll take some win tournament shots and some Venetian tournament shots.
Yeah, and the Venetian's also just it's a pretty nice room to play in. You know, it's a nice process.
As long as a fight doesn't break out. Do you see that one thing that said? Have you ever seen Boski's video where Mike Hague took a guy down?
Oh no, I didn't see that one.
Do you know who Mike Hague is?
It doesn't sound
Mike
familiar.
Hague is a buddy of Jeff Boski.
Okay.
And he's a big, strong dude.
Okay.
And there was a fight between a gentleman and his girlfriend.
Okay.
In the Venetian. And I think the guy was either trying to hit or choke his girlfriend. And Mike Hague, just like guy playing at the table with Boski, just is like, I'm not gonna let this happen.
Yeah.
And he just jumps on the guy's back and chokes him, takes him to the ground, chokes him out while security comes. And again, Mike was super scared because he's a regular. He's a Vegas cash game player. He's like, fuck, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, you know? And they're like, no, man, we appreciate what you did.
Yeah.
I actually thanked him for, pretty crazy. You can see the video on, you can see the video and the interview of Jeff Boski talking to Mike Hague about it on Jeff Boski's YouTube channel.
Okay, yeah, I'll check that out.
I don't know what you would search, but just say Mike Hague and Jeff Boski to find it.
Well, cool deal. Now, one other item that I had set for today, and this was just, I think we're just the playing the video while it's going isn't really working very well. But did you happen to see this set of clips from Live at the Bike? They had a ladies' night the other day, and this Mamacita character ran over the table again, or at least. Now, this is an interesting hand to play out,
but I know I've seen Mamacita.
Just to see the way, okay, so this one, this hand starts where you've got kings versus sevens versus queens. Right?
Oh, I saw this. Yeah, I saw this.
Yeah, that was probably the most interesting hand of all of them, just because it's, you know, you get those pocket pairs in there. And
we'll just say, because we're not going to play the video because it's not great, but she hit the queen.
She hit the queen. She hit the queen.
You know what's hilarious? This hand just happened in my table.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Queens versus kings.
Wow.
And the queen, it was a queen 3-3 flop.
Oh, wow.
And everybody got her all in, and queens had a full boat, and kings had 0 outs.
Yeah.
Pretty sad.
That is pretty sad for kings. Yeah. You're basically drawing dead because the other kings are already in play.
Yeah.
How's it going, Brittany?
What's
up?
up?
Good?
Yeah, it's going. It's okay.
You want to come talk?
No. Okay.
No. All right. That's cool.
You can come in. Don't matter. Yeah, get your cookie.
Sure.
Yeah. So we'll get to that in a second. I see the list of what we might have. I'm gonna find that spontaneous.
Yes. Yeah, we do need to look
I'm gonna go
spontaneous interview.
We'll be right back, guys.
Mike, to our main camera.
Talk to the Instagram people too. I'm just gonna grab this.
All right, so we're going to be, Ceddy's going to go look for a person we can talk to and interview for a little bit of a segment, because that's one of the things we like to do is pull in folks and just chat to them for a few minutes. One of our esteemed dealers walked in and she declined to be interviewed. That's certainly fine. No problem at all.
I'm going to do a spontaneous interview. I want Kate Joker. Yeah.
Hey, come on in.
Spontaneous interview time. Let's interview kid here.
I don't like interviews.
Yeah. Talk to these people and these people and those people.
I'm a guy 3 audience.
So this is the kid. This is the kid. This is the speaker. Ask the kid questions. They might come up with questions while I'm asking questions. Are you killing that Omaha game right now?
Yeah, they're getting waxed every day.
What are you playing?
How much are you up right now?
Right now, about up 500.
500.
And a 3-6.
3-6. He's up 90. No, more than that. Yeah, 90-ish big blinds. 85 big blinds in that game. We got any questions for the kid?
Hey,
all I know is Duke won today. A lot of people are sad about that.
People were saying that Duke's going to win the championship, and I said they barely won the game today.
Yeah.
Like, is that a thing?
That zone. But
what's up, LA Casino? Royal Card House joined.
Oh, Royal.
I know you're playing
Is a Cho over there? A Cho?
What's up, Chris? Chris joined.
I know you're playing the 3-6, but what games are you playing out there?
We're playing a double board Congress and Drama Hunt.
Oh, okay. Now, just in case anyone out there doesn't know what that is, tell them about what double board Congress is.
So it's basically 2 boards. You're playing the best low out of both boards and the best high out of both boards. And before I came right now, I just hit nut on them.
Nut
flush and nut low, which is really hard on double boards because the board pairs a lot. So
Tony is one of the best dealers at Rounders. And I would say he's the best dealer, but Mike's in the room, so I don't want to be rude to Mike. But Tony's the kid. We call him the kid. The kid.
A lot of people are sad about that.
Yeah, I would be sad. But your game looks like it might be dying. There's only 2 people with chips now.
Oh no, the fish just reloaded.
Fish reloaded.
And the other fish is melting.
I was a fish. I played that game and I lost 100 and $10.
Who's racked up over there? Is that you?
Or that's my rack.
There's another pro, Gonzo, dealer pro, playing the tournament.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Hedo joined and Rick joined. Does
Hedo.
anybody have questions for the kid? Ask the kid questions. What's your tattoo of, kid?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
This one's my mom.
Okay.
And this is what I like. See at the table. Bunch of fish.
Hedo said fish. Well, I don't know why he said fish.
No, you're one, Hedo.
Hedo's a fish. Calling out players.
He was self-identifying.
So this crazy hand just happened on my table. It was kings versus queens.
Oh.
Guess what happened?
Kings lost.
Kings both lost.
Yeah,
Queen on the flop, right in the window. It's pretty disgusting.
That's really disgusting.
Oh well.
I wish it would have been a flush.
Oh, like 4-card flush with the queen?
But you can't.
Yeah, somebody would have had a king high flush.
That's Aria straight. Oh yeah, you went queen high straight.
Straight to the queen would have been dirty. Yeah, 8, 9, 10 jack. That would have been a disgusting board. Are y'all gonna play that other game?
Oh no, come out to rounders. We just had it 1 year.
1 year anniversary.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, that's why we both got the pumpkin shirts on. This is our roundiversary.
I don't even work here.
1 year.
I don't even work here. But I got a shirt too.
Alright, see y'all later. I'm gonna make some money.
Alright. You're at Twin Peaks?
Oh, I'll be over there.
Okay. We might have to meet you at Twin Peaks after.
Oh, Twin Peaks.
After.
All right.
After the rest of the interviews, the show, and the cash game. All right. Kid's the best player. Dealer. He's the best player in that game, Hedo. Kid is the best player in that game right now. That game is lame. But thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for asking some questions. We appreciate it. Thanks to the YouTube crowd, Twitch crowd, Instagram crowd. And I think Mike's securing another spontaneous interview right now. Does anybody have any other questions about anything going on? I'll tell you how I'm doing. I'm stuck, but not very much, like $100. We're sitting in a really deep 1-2 game. I have $1,100 on the table, and I'm the third biggest stack. There's one player over 25. There's another player over 1,600. And then there's a lot of $300 to $600 stacks on my table. M Fresh, what's up? Thanks for joining. My co-host to the show just walked out for a second, but we're just shooting the mess here. Put any questions here in the Instagram comments. We're at Rounders right now. There's a tournament going on. The big tournament ended earlier. It was $125 guarantee, $125,000 guarantee, $350 buy-in, and they chopped it 4 ways. One guy got 25K, 3 players got 18K. Senegal has a question. What's the cap for the 1-2 game? The 1-2 game is a $100 minimum, $300 maximum, but the maximum can go up if there's big stacks on the table. So you can buy 75% of the big stack. So just for some quick math, if there's a player with $1,000, you can buy it for $750. There's a player at my table with $2,000, so I can buy it for $1,500. And then the 2-5 game has the same rules, except it's 200 to 500. And if we play 5-5 or higher, all the buy-ins are uncapped, no maximum buy-in. Yep.
Which makes a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're in
Very
Texas,
interesting game.
San Antonio especially, come here.
Like we talked a little bit about it last week, but you know, during that mug event, I mean, they broke out the purple $500 chips, and people had several of them.
Or if you're a card house,
so,
if you're a rival card house in San Antonio that might have joined this stream, get at me. Figure something out. Boogeyman, do you ever color up your chips if your stack gets enormous, or just see how big the capital will get? That's a great question. I like Boogeyman's question.
Yeah, you tend to just keep the reds, right?
I do not like coloring up.
Don't color up.
I love building castles.
Yeah.
If you go to my Instagram, which you clearly know where it's at, you'll see some stacks that are higher than my head, So, so yeah, I like to get
He's got some castles going. He's had
castles
some
going.
castles going. That's
But
for
I'll
sure.
color up if
Sure.
they need them. I only do it when
Yeah.
the chips are available. Are you going over there? And then, yeah, Finigo says that's nuts. Low caps suck. Yeah, and that's why, like, you can beat these games for a lot of money because players will buy in the maximum. Like,
Right.
there's a lot of action here, and you're not winning $100 off somebody. You're winning like a $600 stack sometimes.
Yep, that does happen.
Boston Sports, what's up? Thanks for joining.
I thought we were going to get Doug in here. I don't know where he went. I was trying to get one of our other regulars, but he declined, also camera shy.
That's cool. I'm gonna take some more questions. If not, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Cool. So, thanks for joining again, guys. We're going to probably wrap it up right now. And I'm gonna go back to the 1-2 game. I got a big stack out there, so I'm gonna try to run it up. Follow the Instagram later today to see how I did. I already had a winning session earlier today. Had a winning session yesterday, and before that, I had a 5-day break. Not really because I wanted to break, but just because I had a lot of work, stuff with the wife, and then a business trip to Oregon. So that's what's going on. Thanks for following, and I appreciate everybody that's following on Instagram. At the end of the day, I'm just a guy with a regular job that plays a lot of cards just for fun, not really for cash, but the cash helps. Uh-oh, we have somebody coming in for another spontaneous interview. What's up, Javi? What's up, Shemmy boy?
Yeah.
Somebody walked in and just asked if we're talking about sex.
Well, you know who it is, though.
It's Hammer. Hammer. Yeah, let's take a seat, Hammer.
Right here?
What's up, Javi?
You want to talk about how the guy got into today's big tournament with one chip?
1,000 chips, right? I thought that was a misprint.
No, one chip. So what happened was, last night, he was the big blind ante. He had to put in 12,000. So he has 1,000 chip left. One guy calls who has roughly about 150,000 calls. Miguel's to the right, and Miguel raises to 65. This guy who has 1,000 chip, one chip left, folds, and they're on the bubble to play today. This guy over here goes all in. With 150,000, roughly 150.
Wow. And Miguel busts the other guy.
And Miguel calls and busts him. This guy gets in with one chip. This guy, all he has to do
What was the min cash worth?
$1,000.
Wow.
He made $1,000 off of 1,000.
And he wasn't even the first guy out.
$1,000 fold right there.
And he wasn't the first guy out?
No,
Well, somebody else.
he was in the number 8 seed. So I think there's 2 guys that went out before him.
So somebody wants to know how you got the nickname Hammer.
That's my last name.
Oh, that's a lame story.
Yeah, that's
lame story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make up a new story.
No, I mean, we can talk. If you want to talk about the sex thing, there, pound them.
Look, they can't even see you.
If you want to talk about that, pound them.
Okay.
Hammer time. I mean, that was big with MC Hammer back in the '80s.
You should have made something up. Like you even said, make something up.
Yeah, make something up. I don't want to fabricate.
Honeycoat, what's
then
up?
I'm not reliable.
Thanks for joining. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Mike, what's your nickname?
My nickname?
Yeah. Do you have a nickname?
I don't really have one.
Smooth Mike. He is
I never really
smooth.
had one.
We just call him Mike Davis.
Yeah.
No,
Or Mikey D.
We call him Smooth Mike.
Crystal, what's up? Thanks for joining. Yeah.
So
I
that,
don't really have
I
a
could tell you stories about the cage. What do you guys want to know?
Here's a serious question.
Okay,
Maybe I
serious
shouldn't ask that. Maybe I shouldn't.
Go ahead.
Well, it's a good question.
Okay.
It's to tell the people how big the cash games get here.
Oh, I mean, okay, so I started in the cage last year when we opened up in March, and we literally had when we opened up, our inventory was 10,000 chips. That's at 10,000 and 500 in the bank. We're now we have.
I've had $10,000 on the table before myself.
Yeah, but now we currently open up. When we open in the morning, we have 29,000 in chips, but we already added so 43. So the games are huge. The 1-2 games literally if you want to play with the big stacks, you got to have $1,000. The 1-2 games, you got to have $1,000 on the table. If you want to play at the big stack. If you want to play in the 5-5 games, probably say 2,500, maybe 3,000.
So like the night of the mug game.
The night of the mug game.
When there's 11 tables.
11 tables.
There has to be.
Yes.
200,000.
Yes, there was. There was $216,000 in chips out on that. And that was the biggest. The biggest before that was the other mug night, which was 193,000. So that, I mean, that's huge. But when I was dealing that second night, I dealt a couple 5-5 tables. I would say the average stack was 1,500 to 2,000. Average stack. There were some were 5 or 6, and then some that were at 300-400. But if you want to run the big dogs and you want to double up, you got to have 1,000 on the table.
I'm going to tell you guys this story. So we're playing in this game in the private room. This is where we typically play 5-5 or bigger. So I get to the game. I have my seat available in seat 8. And they say, how much do you want? I looked around real quick and I said, give me 2,000, about in 2,000. I got all my money all in the first hand.
On $2,000.
$2,000 all in the first hand.
With what?
So let me tell you what happened.
Okay.
I'm under the gun. I raise to 25. I get like 17 fucking callers. Right?
You raised to $25?
$25.
On 5-5 table?
In a 5-5 table.
Okay.
No, it's under the gun.
Yeah.
I get a call, whatever. I have 3 6 of diamonds, and I flop a straight with deuce 4-5.
No. Oh my God.
I flop deuce 4-5. I check.
Oh,
a player leads out. Another player raises.
Right.
I re-raise.
Mm-hmm.
I get a fold and a call. The turn comes, and it's a blank.
Okay.
I bet $400.
400, and what's in the pot roughly? 250? No, it's got to be about 400.
No, there's probably 400 in there.
Yeah. Okay.
I bet I probably bet $400.
Right.
I get raised. I don't even re-raise him because he's sitting so deep that I'm like, no, I can get all my last money in. So I call. He's like min raises me. I call, and on the river, I check. It actually brings in the flush. But I know he doesn't have a flush, so I check, and he jams all in, and I called. And I waited for him to table his hand, and you know what he showed? He showed queen deuce for a pair of deuces with a queen kicker.
Wow.
And I had a straight. So I won $2,000 the first hand, and J-Mo sitting right next to me, he says, I've been playing for 3 hours, and I'm stuck $1,000 fucking dollars, and you made $2,000 the first hand.
But that's J-Mo.
That's J-Mo.
That's J-Mo right here. That's J-Mo in the nuts.
So that's how, and you know who the player was?
No.
The player who did the bluff? No. It was Sean.
Sean.
It was Zacharuni.
Oh, Zacharuni.
Zacharuni.
Zacharuni, I hope you're not watching this.
Zacharuni's not watching.
He's at Carrabba's and he loves that place.
JR Poker, thanks. Adrian C. OK State. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, I got to go. I got to teach school tomorrow.
Take care. Take care, Hammer.
Thanks
for joining. Spontaneous interview 2. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna drop off the Instagram. Hit me up. Message me. Thanks again for joining. Twitch. Thanks for watching.
All right, guys.
YouTube.
That's pretty much it for episode 4.
Yep.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate anyone that watches now or later. If you're watching the clips, thank you also. Oh, also, as always, thank you to Rounders for allowing us to use this room and the facility and space to do the broadcast.
Thanks, Rounders.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. All right, bye, everybody.